Do you have a specific sort of sales playbook that you use, maybe like specific, like, I mean, what are like the top 3 rules that you would live by?
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, actually, just talking to this with Lewis about this yesterday, kind of what's the framework that we use, and I think it changes all the time. When you change your ICP, then your sales framework has to change. When you change your user persona, then your framework has to change. When you change your product, it has to change as well. I mean, I think to me, even though I've said I grew up in sales a lot, I've never ever thought of myself as a salesperson, meaning that I always just try to solve the customer's problem. If we can solve it, that's great. And if we can't, then that's also fine. And maybe someday we'll solve your problem, and I hope I can meet you again soon. And so I think that we want to be problem solvers first and foremost. And what that really means is when we hire a salesperson, we want curiosity. We want to know that you're genuinely interested in your customer's business and how it operates and how we might be able to help you solve the problems you have today. So part of this is the way you run a sales team, but part of it is also how you recruit a sales team. And so we want curiosity, empathy. We also want people that are competitive. They have to want to win, of course. But in terms of framework, I think MEDPIC is obviously a very popular one. The basics and fundamentals of sales are the things I've mentioned, but also just how do you drive a deal forward? If you're not able to drive a deal forward as a salesperson, what value are you providing in that process? That's the question that you should ask yourself. And so that comes from simple things around doing great discovery, asking for a next meeting. I know that sounds very basic, but you'd be surprised the number of salespeople that don't do that. And then just making sure that you are actually proposing something that solves the problem so that the customer sees that it makes sense to move forward. So kind of basic stuff I hesitate to give because the variation in what you should do from business to business is actually quite broad. So I'm not a fan of things like on LinkedIn, say, comment GTM and I'll send you the perfect GTM framework. Like, come on, man. Like that is not how it works. Those things. That type of advice, I'm not a big fan of. You lead people down the wrong road, and they could have a product that's great for SMB, but they're looking at a go-to-market framework that's for enterprise, and they're trying to implement this very complex sales process for a customer that doesn't even want to talk to your salesperson. They just want to click free trial and then buy that $30 a month package or whatever it is and move forward. So that's why I hesitate on advice for go-to-market, because I think everybody's problems are different. So even though we're solving the same thing, still nuance for everything.